So a big question that the field has been asking for a long time is who participates, right? When we add technology to a process, which type of citizen are we bringing to the process? So what we see when you compare online voters with offline voters, here's what we find. Online voters, they are more likely to be users of social networks, which is not surprising, but they're also more likely to be male. They have higher income and they are more educated. Now, there are exceptions. For example, we looked at 3.9 million signatures from change.org data across over 100 countries, and we found that women participated more on change.org by signing petitions online. And also, if you compare with offline participation, you'd see more men participated offline in traditional petitions. So change.org did manage to bring more women to the process than men. But of course, when you look at participation and who participates, there are different types of participation. Women sign more petitions, but men create more petitions, right? So you have more men creating petitions and more women signing petitions, which would raise the question, maybe worrisome, you might have more women participation, but maybe men are the gatekeepers or dictating what is the agenda that is being carried out. Now, when governments respond, who do they respond to? So we took some data from Fix My Street, and Fix My Street covers all the local governments in the UK. So you need to bear in mind that this is not just one local government. This is the data about responsiveness of all the local governments. So what we did is that we looked at about 400,000 reports, and we tried to see what was the strongest predictor to have that problem fixed or not. So the strongest predictors for responsiveness, first of all, is whether you said please on your report, which is not very surprising here in the UK. So saying please and being polite might work, might go long ways. Adding a picture also increased the responsiveness of your report. Your report became most likely to be fixed. But here's the sad part. If you sign your name as a male, even for the same type of report, it's the strongest predictor effect to have your issue fixed. Having said this, it's not always bad news. So we were just talking about change.org. And what is interesting is that we found out that women mobilize more signatures than men. Some people say, well, does it matter who's participating, men or women? Yes, it does, because they have different agendas. For example, you could see by looking at change.org that men and women, they have different policy preferences or policy priorities. But I think it's important, for example, when you look at participatory budgeting or Fix My Street and change.org, you see total different patterns in terms of who participates, but also in responsiveness. And many times, they're not as intuitive as we would think.